After weeks of rebellion, leading Indian tennis players now will be available for selection for the April Davis Cup Asia Oceana Group 1 relegation playoff tie against Indonesia in Bangalore. The ITA selection committee met in the afternoon and picked Somdev Devarman, Sanam Singh, Yuki Bhamri, thereby signalling a possible end of Mahesh Bhupati's career. Leander Paes retained his place in the squad that will take on Indonesia in the next Davis Cup tie, as P. Mishra remains the non-playing captain for whom this will be the last tie. While Sriram Balaji and Vijayant Malik are in the reserves, two other youngsters, Ramkumar Ramanathan and Arjun Khade, were also picked to practice with the team. Vishnuvardhan missed out as he was declared unfit. India's top 11 players led by Somdev Devarman had boycotted the last tie against South Korea earlier this month, which India lost 1-4. Somdev, who missed most of the action last year because of a shoulder injury, is back in form and will be in the reckoning. Now, the rebels had held Indian tennis to ransom after demanding better distribution of prize money and more say in selection and removal of S.P. Mishra as the captain. Well, let me now go across to my colleague Siddharth Kochar, who joins us for more in the story. Siddharth, what are the implications of this selection? Surely it seems the end of the road for Mahesh Bhupati as of now.
It certainly seems like that. You also have to remember that Mahesh Bhupati had made very clear that this is the last year that he's playing Davis Cup for India, and if he hasn't been selected for this tie, obviously it seems like it is end of the road for Mahesh Bhupati. But you also have to remember that at least for tennis fans, the good news is that the big guns of Indian tennis, so to say, Somdev Devarman, Sanam Singh and Yuki Bhamri, they're back in the team, and that means that in that tie against Indonesia, it'll be a full-strength Davis Cup squad that will actually go out there and fight for honours. We've also got Shivani Gupta, our tennis correspondent, on the line with us. She was there at the press conference. Shivani, while it seems that on the outside for us that there seems to be no way back in for Mahesh Bhupati, what's the feeling that you get after speaking to the selection committee?
Well, Siddharth, were you talking to me?
Yes, Shivani, you.
I couldn't quite get your question, but I only got the last part. But talking about the selection committee and the decision made today, I think it has not come as any surprise to anyone. Because these are the three players together with Leander Paes, who's the top doubles player, who select themselves really on the basis of their form and on the basis of their rankings as well. The only question was about Vishnuvardhan, if he should be in, because he has played Leander in the doubles, but he was declared, he should be fit by April, but the selectors didn't want to take a chance. But on the question
All right, Shivani, I'll have to put you on hold for just a second. Just hold that thought. We've got Hiranmay Chatterjee, the CEO of All India Tennis Association, joining us. And Mr. Chatterjee, tennis is once again in the headlines. There's some good things that the rebellion seems to be over, but there's no Mahesh Bhupati in the squad for the Davis Cup tie against Indonesia. That's raised quite a few eyebrows.
Well, as far as the selection committee's decision is concerned, since we have to play 4 single matches and 1 double, they wanted to go in with 1 double specialist. And according to the ranking, since Leander is ranked 1 in India, as far as the doubles is concerned, he has been selected.
But why this sudden change in policy? Because India for a long time has been picking 2 double specialists.
Well, and we have been struggling by doing that, because at times if a singles player gets injured, then one of the doubles players will have to go and play the singles. And as you know, Leander and Mahesh don't play singles at all. So it becomes a big issue, and when we have witnessed this and seen this problem, it is better to correct it than persist with what we were doing.
So what you're saying, there's no other reason for Mahesh to be excluded from the Davis Cup squad, apart from the fact that you wanted to go with just 1 double specialist, and it wasn't the other way around, that you didn't want to pick Mahesh, so you went with 1 double specialist.
Yeah, no, it's not that we didn't want to select Mahesh or anything of that sort. All of them were available for selection, but the selection committee took a call of selecting only 1 double specialist, and they've selected it. I think they've taken the right decision, because we have struggled in the past about if any player gets injured, then the doubles players will have to get in and play the singles, which is not accepted at this moment.
Right, Mr. Chatterjee, stay with us. We've got Shivani Gupta, tennis correspondent, with us, who will ask you a few questions.
Yes, Mr. Chatterjee, you explained the question over Mahesh Bhupati, but as we were also talking just after the selection meeting, the big issue now is how to take this forward and actually convince the players to come on board and talk to the high-level committee that you formed. How confident are you that the players will actually interact with that committee, because Mahesh has said that it's an unbiased panel?
Well, as far as I can say is that the players have good sense has prevailed and they made themselves available. And once all the players start talking to the committee, the feedback will reach these players also, and they would love to come and also start interacting. This panel has been made to felicitate the players. It's not for us. We want to have come to a common platform with reasoning and understanding between the players and us, so that we can take things forward.
And sir, also on the issue of the Players Association that has been floated now by rebel players like Mahesh Bhupati, even Karthi Chidambaram is part of it. Is the AIT at all worried about this ITPA becoming to form?
Look, I've already mentioned to you, and I think you have it with you, that as far as positive inputs come, be it from an association or an individual, we are open to it. And look, as I said, the responsibility is huge. We have state associations in each state, and we also have a federation. Still, we are not being able to cope up with all the responsibilities. I don't see how players association, players playing and also looking at the responsibility is going to be difficult. I don't think so they'll be able to succeed. Earlier on in cricket, twice the players association was formed. It's fizzled out. Even in tennis, it was formed earlier by Ilyas Gaur, KG Ramesh and company. Once they saw the responsibilities, they saw that it's not our task. So, see, we are hopeful. If they come with positive inputs, we are open.
And sir, as far as the next tie is concerned, or that meeting that you're hoping to have in Bangalore is concerned, what is going to be the major issue, the first top priority issue that you would want to discuss, or the committee would want to discuss with the players?
There's no major or small issue. It's all the issues. We have very clear distinctions between our responsibilities and the players' responsibilities, which has been conveyed to the committee. The committee is going to discuss with not only the male players, also the ladies. So it's going to discuss with all the players so that we have a proper players' agreement, mutually agreed upon, and which we can follow.
Right, Mr. Chatterjee, thanks a lot for speaking to us. We've got SP Mishra, the man who's been selected as the non-playing captain. He's asked to be relieved of his duties. Mr. Mishra, why have you made that decision to be asked to be relieved of your duties as non-playing captain?
I've been there as a captain for the last 6 years and I've done my job. So this is the time has come that somebody younger should take up from me so that he can do also a better job, maybe a better job than me. I have done a job to my best of my effort, and 6 years is a long time to be the captain of the team.
But you're backing Leander Pace to do the job despite all the differences that he's had, not just with Mahesh Bhupati, but the other players as well.
Well, Leander Pace was the captain, but today being a playing captain is so difficult because there are many more things involved.
But he was removed as captain only after the players complained.
That's right. That's what when Leander had to step down after the complaint of the players, and that's the time when I took over.
But how can you then back Leander Pace to do that very job which the players have complained against? That'll create problems in the team again, Mr. Mishra, wouldn't it?
If the players wish that way, I mean, the ATA feels that I have done enough. What can I say?
All right, Mr. Mishra, thanks a lot for joining us. Let's hope that your last tie as Davis Cup captain for India actually ends in a victory for all those tennis fans who will be watching very keenly in that tie against Indonesia. Thanks a lot, Shivani, and thanks a lot, Mr. Mishra as well. Over to the studios.